Director Damien Chazelle revealed his 2022 flop Babylon has now given him fear regarding the budgets his future films might get, but it would still be a major shame if studios didn't trust him with bigger projects. Damien Chazelle's career has been defined by narratives of control. Both his 2009 debut Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench and 2016's La La Land were bittersweet musicals about couples whose inability to control their careers cost them dearly. Meanwhile, 2013 suspense thriller Grand Piano, which Chazelle wrote, and the following year's Whiplash were both intense stories of musicians risking everything, including their lives, to master their art and play perfectly. As such, it was ironic and almost inevitable that the ending of 2022's Babylon was arguably the most unrestrained filmmaking in Chazelle's career. A sprawling, endlessly ambitious, and critically divisive flop, Babylon tells the sprawling story of various Hollywood denizens grappling with the transition from the silent era to sound. Despite boasting stars like Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and Tobey Maguire among its massive cast, Babylon was written off as an overlong folly by many reviewers. Its runtime didn't help matters, clocking in at a whopping 189 minutes, and Babylon's unfocused storytelling proved an acquired taste upon release. Damien Chazelle doesn't believe he will get a big budget after Babylon. La La Land's director said the flop could hurt his future prospects. Like many ambitious directors before him, Chazelle proved himself on smaller projects before he was trusted with a huge budget and creative control. As a result, the director admitted in a recent interview with TCM's Talking Pictures podcast that he was aware Babylon's mammoth budget wouldn't be available to him in any upcoming projects thanks to the movie's financial failure. Per Chazelle, "I won't get a budget of Babylon size anytime soon, or at least not on this next one." Although Chazelle is right to be realistic, it would be a major shame if Babylon's failure hampered his future projects. Despite its reputation, Babylon was far from a disaster. It doesn't rank highly among Damien Chazelle's movies, but this is more of a testament to his typically high standard than evidence of Babylon's failure. Both Robbie and Pitt are typically excellent in their roles, while Babylon's visual excess is as stunning and captivating as the director's classic musical inspirations. Babylon undeniably outstays its welcome, but it is the sort of ambitious, offbeat project that often never gets realized due to its limited commercial potential. Like Southland Tales or Beau is Afraid, Babylon shouldn't limit its director's future. Why Babylon bombed at the box office? Babylon's lengthy Hollywood satire was too much for audiences and critics. Brad Pitt stands on the balcony in front of a rocky landscape in Babylon. Babylon failed at the box office for a variety of reasons, among them its mixed reviews, its lengthy runtime, and its unclear storyline. Although trailers promised Pitt and Robbie in major main roles, Babylon's main character was left unclear by the marketing materials. Furthermore, although Stephen King defended Babylon from detractors, the decision to center the movie story on the silent era may have alienated viewers. Since the most iconic, enduringly popular movies from the silent era are typically family-friendly affairs, showing viewers the debauched, decadent, and sometimes even disturbing realities of their production wasn't all that alluring. The Roaring Twenties have been brought to life on-screen before, with Baz Luhrmann's The Great Gatsby memorably using CGI and contemporary music to update the era's parties. However, Babylon's depictions of excess bordered on outright grotesquerie at times, most notably when Tobey Maguire's sadistic villain James McKay appeared. Chazelle's obvious affinity for the classic era of Hollywood clashed with dark elements like Maguire's vile Babylon villain, and the movie's attempts to illustrate the harsh realities underpinning the movie industry were undone by the director's evident love for the movies of the time. This resulted in a muddled, unclear tone.